Flat tire. A flat tire is one of the most common car problems because tires are the only part of the vehicle that constantly meets the road. A sharp nail, broken glass, rough pavement, or even simple wear over time can slowly let air escape. Sometimes the tire goes flat all at once. Other times the leak is so small that the driver only notices the car pulling to one side. A flat tire matters because even a short drive on low pressure can damage the wheel itself and make the car harder to control. Dead battery. A dead battery often feels sudden, but it usually builds up quietly. Car batteries power the starter, lights, and electronics before the engine takes over. Cold weather, old age, leaving lights on, or long periods without driving can drain it. When the battery weakens, the engine may crank slowly or not start at all. Modern cars depend heavily on electrical systems, so a dead battery can stop everything from the locks to the dashboard. Overheating engine. An overheating engine happens when the car cannot manage the heat created by combustion. Engines run hot by design, but cooling systems keep temperatures stable using coolant, fans, and radiators. If coolant leaks, a hose cracks, or the radiator clogs, heat builds fast. Drivers may notice steam, warning lights, or a rising temperature gauge. This problem matters because too much heat can warp metal parts and turn a small issue into major engine damage. Brake problems. Brakes are one of the most important safety systems in any car, so even small issues feel serious. Worn brake pads, leaking brake fluid, damaged rotors, or trapped air in the lines can all affect stopping power. Sometimes the signs are subtle, like squeaking, vibration, or a soft pedal. Other times the car takes longer to stop. Brake problems matter because they directly affect reaction time and control, especially in traffic or bad weather. Engine misfire. An engine misfire happens when one or more cylinders fail to burn fuel properly. A car engine works like a timed chain reaction, so even one weak spark or clogged injector can throw off the balance. The car may shake, lose power, or feel rough when accelerating. Misfires can come from bad spark plugs, fuel issues, or sensor failures. Left alone, they can damage the catalytic converter and make the car less efficient. Transmission trouble. The transmission controls how power from the engine reaches the wheels. Whether automatic or manual, it relies on precise movement, fluid pressure, and timing. Problems can show up as delayed shifting, slipping gears, jerking, or strange noises. Sometimes it starts small, like hesitation at a stoplight. Over time, though, the car may struggle to move at all. Transmission issues matter because repairs are often expensive and can leave the vehicle unusable. Oil leak. Oil keeps engine parts lubricated so metal does not grind against metal. An oil leak usually starts from worn seals, loose filters, cracked gaskets, or damage underneath the car. At first, it may only leave dark spots where the car is parked, but as oil levels drop, the engine loses protection. Heat and friction rise, and parts wear faster. What seems like a small drip can slowly shorten the life of the engine. Suspension problems. The suspension helps the car stay stable, absorb bumps, and keep tires planted on the road. Shocks, struts, springs, and control arms all work together to smooth out movement. When these parts wear out, the ride becomes rough, steering feels loose, and the car may bounce more than usual. Drivers often notice clunks over potholes or uneven tire wear. Suspension problems matter because comfort and control are closely linked. Check engine light. The check engine light isn't a problem itself, but a signal that something is off. Modern cars use sensors to monitor fuel, emissions, ignition, and airflow. When the system detects something unusual, it stores a fault code and turns the light on. The issue could be minor, like a loose gas cap, or more serious, like an oxygen sensor failure. The light matters because it gives an early warning before bigger problems develop. Starter motor failure. The starter motor is what turns the engine over when the key is turned or the button is pressed. It works with the battery to begin the whole driving process. If the starter fails, the car may click but never start. Heat, worn internal parts, or electrical faults can wear it out over time. Since every trip depends on that first moment of ignition, starter problems often leave drivers stranded without warning. Fuel system problems. A car needs the right amount of fuel delivered at the right pressure. The fuel pump, injectors, filter, and lines all help make that happen. If any part clogs, leaks, or weakens, the engine may hesitate, stall, or struggle to start. Dirty fuel and old parts are common causes. Fuel system issues matter because even a healthy engine can't run well without steady fuel delivery. Alternator failure. The alternator keeps the battery charged while the engine runs and powers many electrical systems. Unlike the battery, which stores energy, the alternator creates it during driving. When it starts failing, lights may dim, electronics may act strangely, and warning lights can appear. At first, the car may still run normally, which makes the problem easy to ignore. But once the battery drains completely, the car can shut down unexpectedly.